title of this is Government Transparency. Now, the definition for government transparency, or open government, is the governing doctrine which holds that citizens have the right to access the documents and proceedings of the government to allow for effective public oversight. Transparency in government is a must, because it provides citizens the right and knowledge of what their government is doing. It exposes the corruption and misdeeds that the government tries to hide, and even though some say it provides our enemies with government secrets, that is not a feasible enough of a reason to hide the truth from the public. People look to government institutions to work on their behalf, provide oversight on matters that significantly impact their quality of life. With a transparent government, citizens are more able to engage in the issues that affect them. They can help to ensure that power and public funds are used wisely and represent their interests, which means an informed and engaged citizenry eases effective governance at every level by providing a valuable counterbalance against the abstruse and oftentimes secretive work of government bureaucracy. Now, corruption in the government. Corruption is a function of both the opportunity to request and or receive bribes and the risk of detection. Sadly, corruption exists in all sectors of society. It damages a country's development by debilitating faith in public institutions and increases costs for firms and discourages both foreign and domestic investments. A more transparent government should mean less capacity for corruption, and that dishonest behavior would become more easily detectable, punished, and discouraged in the future. Now, an example of corruption in the government would be the infamous Watergate scandal. The Watergate scandal was the burglary of the office of the Democratic National Committee on June 17, 1972. This burglary and subsequent cover-up eventually led to moves to impeach President Richard Nixon. Transparency in government will help to uncover and reduce the occurrence of such corruption and malfeasance. Even as such, some people still oppose a transparent government. They claim that revealing sensitive government documents can pose a national security threat, and that when the Bush administration helped prevent a terrorist attack after September 11, 2001, and by releasing information on the Bush administration's interrogation tactics, Obama has provided terrorists with crucial information on how the government deals with detainees. Still, other defenders of the opposition to transparency claim that a fully transparent government would reveal information that would make it hard to regulate business or engage in certain diplomatic acts. Still, a transparent government gives the public more of an ability to improve its government by being more in tune with the ongoings behind the scenes. Thus, the government could become more efficient than it was before and help hide such corruption. A major issue with opposing transparency in the government seems to be that the dissemination of no data is better than the dissemination of too much data, meaning that opponents would rather there be no information coming from the government of what it is they are doing than too much, as to the citizens being swamped with data that they do not understand or possibly do not have the means to understand. Now, the amount of data released should be a non-issue in deciding whether a government is to be transparent or not. There obviously should be a limit on types of data released, but the amount of data should be a non-issue. Now, transparency in government is a tool that should be openly used so that the public can be more active in helping to maintain the effectiveness of their government. Transparency allows for citizens to access information regarding what it is their government is doing and allows them to intervene or criticize if necessary. Opponents to government transparency claim that it allows enemies of the nation to access government secrets are only stating worst-case scenarios that are not credible enough to disallow citizens the right to know what goes on in their country. This leaves the point that the government should not withhold information from the public except in the most extreme of circumstances, because transparency in the government is a must. To provide the public and its citizens with the right knowledge to access information regarding what it is their government is doing that helps to prevent corruption and misdeeds brought on by secrecy. Thank you.